AK-74s chambered in 5.56 are now gaining more popularity due to current world conflicts cutting the domestic supply of 5.45. I don't think it is wild speculation to say 5.45 is going to be harder to come by in the future. Thankfully, domestic 5.56 is still currently plentiful and is comparable to 5.45. It is no secret that I am a large fan of 5.56 AKs, but even I will admit that 5.45 magazines have superior aesthetics. There have been a few companies that tried to retrofit 5.45 mags to cycle 5.56 reliably. Century Arms back in the 90s used imported Bakelite mags with 223 stamped on them when importing the Romanian SAR-3 rifles, and a little later a company called Robinson Arms made a replacement follower that supposedly converted the 5.45 mag to shoot 5.56. These magazines and followers were not made in high numbers and are decently hard to find. So last year, some dude must have stumbled across one of these Robinson followers and reverse engineered it. He runs a small website called PodArms and sells 3D printed followers at insanely high prices. I decided to pick up a pair of these followers to test if they actually work as advertised. For this test, I'm using my SLR 106F and setting my K&S gas piston to overgas the rifle to give these followers the fairest chance. The ammo I'm using is Federal XM193 55 grain full metal jacket, a very common ammo that you could find at pretty much any American sporting goods store. With that out of the way, let's see how well these magazines perform. As a control group, I'm going to be using my Circle 10 5.56 magazine. Seems to work fine. Now let's test the first Bakelite mag. After a few malfunctions at the beginning, it ran fine. Now let's see what the second Bakelite magazine can do. The results were about the same as the first. One of the problems I think is hampering the function of these magazines is the curvature. As you might have noticed, the malfunctions stopped after the first few rounds. The curvature of 5.56 mags and 5.45 mags are similar but are not the same, so this could be a contributing problem for the feeding issues. The other factor might be that the feed lips on 5.45 and 5.56 magazines have different cutouts. PodArms claims it's a drop-in fix, so I tested it as such. In the future, I might file one of my Bakelite magazines to see if it makes any difference, but looking at the current Bakelite prices, I think I'll hold off for now. I've had a few people asking me to make more videos. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to filming or editing, but I am planning on making a few more gun and loadout videos for the 10 odd people that would enjoy them. As always, thanks a lot for watching. I hope to see you guys out there in the zone.